sport of volleyball, there are multiple players on the court. There are hitters, blockers, liberos, defensive specialists, and setters. The setter is defined as the specialist who sets the ball up for attack. The setter is oftentimes one of the most underrated and underappreciated players on the court. Like a quarterback in football, the setter is who is calling and running the plays in the attack. There are three things that setters have to remember when setting the ball: what to do with their hands, what to do with their legs, and what to do with the rest of their body to bring the motion in together. Today we're going to start with the hands. When teaching beginners, we teach them to have moose antlers on their forehead like this, where their thumbs are touching their forehead and they can wave to their partner. From moose antlers, we go to Superman, and then we go high five, so that at the end of the movement, someone can come up and give you a high five. We overemphasize the phrase moose antlers, Superman, high five, so that they remember this over and over again. When you bring in the ball, you start by making your hands into a field goal position. You then line up your hands with the lines on the ball like this. When you bring the ball up, you want the middle of it touching the hairline of your forehead. And again, the movement, moose antlers, Superman, and when the ball leaves your hands, high five. With beginners, we often have them start crisscross applesauce on the ground, and we do this motion over and over again. We bring the ball into their hands on their forehead, and we do moose antlers, Superman, and we give them a high five if they do the motion correctly. Once we feel they're proficient enough in the hands, we then incorporate the legs. With the legs, you always want to start with them slightly bent so that you're ready to go. You always want your non-dominant foot in front of your other, so that when you push off, you're pushing off your stronger leg. When you end, you want to be in this position so that your dominant leg is back. So when you combine it with the hand motion, when you extend your arms, you extend your legs. This motion is very important when setting the ball because you want to incorporate your legs so that you can push the ball to where it needs to go. When you bring it all in together, you always want to remember to load, unload, load, unload. And so that when you're done, you're out here so that when you set your hitter, they can come up and give you a high five for such a great set. When incorporating the net, you always want to make sure that your hips are square to the end of the net and that you always want to stay about 6 inches away from the net so that you don't get called for a net violation. To bring it all together, you always want to remember the three things that we've covered: your hands, your legs, and how to bring it all in one motion. The setter requires not just these skills, but also agility, discipline, and practice to master the art of setting.